What's up, my evergreen friends? I am Forest Boy, and I just played the newly released demo for Postal Brain Damaged, and I decided that I wanted to do a little bit of a rant about it, a little bit of a first impressions rant, and I gotta say, this game is beautiful. Alright, so if you know the Postal franchise, I'm just gonna assume you do because I want to get right into it. So in this game, you are not doing like errands or anything. These are more dusk, kind of retro shooter-ish levels. You got some good old movement controls, very fast default movement, a slide ability, pretty good, solid but short jump. Got good length because of your speed. Got a good old melee weapon, the shovel. Got a block ability or a reflect ability. Absolutely gorgeous. Probably going to come in real handy later game, too. It's very fast and very, very fun. I'm going to have footage on screen while I talk about this. I don't exactly know what the story is so far. I mean, they've been hinting a lot of stuff in the trailers, but just so far, it's Postal Dude going postal. Except not. It's like we're in some kind of weird dream world. I believe we're in his mind. Which is an absolutely terrifying thought, I gotta say. So, basically, it's very standard if you've ever played Dusk, Doom, if you ever played a Medieval, if you ever played, what was it called again? Damn it, it was by another one. Ultra Kill, jeez. Can't believe I forgot that one. It's like that, it's a standard, fairly linear level, but with a little bit of exploration. And you rampage through as Mr. Dude and kill your way through the level, just feeding your way through twisted versions of normal things, killing demon dogs, fat, flying children, angry conservative grandpas, I guess. I think they're supposed to be conservative. It looks like they have a very particular red hat they wear and carry around their shotguns. Besides the shovel, which acts as your primary melee weapon, as you need to have in a first-person shooter. It also is your guard. You get the not-so-smart pistol, this little pink pistol with like a static TV on it. It's your standard pistol, pretty powerful, except it has a secondary fire that lets you lock on up to 3 weak points of either a single enemy or mix and match. It just kind of auto-locks wherever the little guide is. There's also a shotgun we get to see in this one, a very good shotgun, clearly takes inspiration from Doom Eternal. This shotgun is a very good double-barrel shotgun, very satisfying to use, very good oomph to it, and it has a hook. It's got a hook on it, and you can use it to bring yourself to an enemy or to these floating rings that act as your guide point, like, hey, I want to swing over there now. And I was able to find a secret rocket launcher, and that rocket launcher is pretty awesome. Okay, so imagine your standard rocket launcher, right? Now imagine one that you can charge up and fire a holy hand grenade to absolutely destroy your enemies on impact. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So this first level and only level in the demo, you just kind of go through this weird dreamscape of like a 50s suburban neighborhood. Really, the art style reminds me of like a lower poly PS1 texture Alice Madness Returns. Also much brighter, might add. No offense, American McGee, but the game was a little dark. It was a dark color. It was fucking beautiful, but it was a dark color palette. The part where a little bit of old Postal comes in is the fact that you can raid people's houses. Like, there are a bunch of houses along the main streets. And they're not just decoration. You can actually go in, harass, and or kill, most likely kill, or just piss on. Oh yeah, designated piss button is F. You get to quick piss in this game. You don't have to switch to it and unzip your pants and everything. You can raid these houses for extra supplies if need be, or just to, you know, get some bonus surplus supplies, you know, whatever. Or, you know, just search, seek, and destroy. You know, I'm actually staring at footage as I record this right now, the footage I recorded, and God, this game is pretty. It is gorgeous. Gorgeous in a twisted way. Gorgeous in an incredibly twisted way. Let's see, I talked about environment, weapons, blah, 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 blah. I want to talk about the combat, because the there's a very good balance in this first stage. You got your old coots, whatever the hell they are. Those grandpas shoot a very fast shotgun projectile that you can reflect. They're pretty good balance, pretty good starter enemy. And then you got the dogs. The dogs are very fast. There's also an alternate version which has a doghouse, pops out of its doghouse, is super fast, loves to lunge at you, and is significantly hard to kill. This is kind of like a little mini-boss for this stage. And they're absolutely terrifying, might I add. I absolutely adore how terrifying it is. This game's very, This game is a very great mixture of the twistedness of Postal 1 and the kind of surreal, very vulgar humor of Postal 2 and the brighter color palette of Postal 4. It's like a beautiful mixture all wrapped up with some Dusk Doom Eternal gameplay. What the hell was I talking about? Right, the enemies. Yeah, then we got the dogs. Then we got the weird, fat, flying American children. I don't know what they're called. It's just gonna... You got these Oompa Loompas, and they fly around and they harass you. If you got the super hooker shotgun, you can hook onto them and actually use them as less of an hindrance, less of annoyance, and actually more as an advantage, as you can sling off of them and get around enemies that are otherwise harassing you. So actually, leaving one alive can have a tactical advantage, which I am immediately loving. Yeah, and this balance, especially when you've got dogs and surrounding nearly the end of the level, there's a lot more enemies, there's quite a bit more dogs, and just threats in general. And the movement is very smooth and fluid. When you start a slide, you can't actually change direction, so you do need to make sure you're going in the right... Like, you can't stop easily. You gotta wait for the slide to finish, unlike Dusk, where you can just stand up at any time. But that's not really a problem, because it doesn't last for too long, but it is at that sweet spot where it just ends at the perfect moment. Like, you know what you're getting, you know when it's gonna end, you know how fast you're gonna go, it feels fluid, it feels tight, it feels... so good. Looks like stages are gonna go with a little bit more of a classic retro shooter approach and require you to find keys to progress, which is, you know what, not a problem. I like it. I like the fact that you actually have to wander around, especially this first level shows off that areas are gonna be pretty big and explorable. I assume they are. Either that or they were just starting off the neighborhood. They might have some more linear levels, but I definitely love the feel and the vibe I got from this first one. Not just in terms of art design, in terms of how it's setting up the rest of the game will be. I like the idea that there is optional things to find all over the place, just like Postal 2. If you look at certain things, like Doom, Quake, Dusk, Ultra Kill, Medieval, those levels were not... They had secrets, yes, but they did not have as many, like, just a sheer quantity of, like, hey, I know I can enter a house at any time and find something there if I need it, or if I just want it. That is something that Postal 2 that was very unique, especially about shooters, especially at the time. So it's great that they're actually bringing that in as a gameplay feature in this more traditional retro shooter style of a game. Something I want to mention just for interest if you have not heard, or if... You know what, I don't care, I just want to talk about it. Wonderful Corey Cruz is reprising his role as the Postal Dude. If you do not know Corey Cruz, he voiced the Postal Dude in Postal 3, which, despite the unfortunate business that happened with Postal 3, there was a lot of things that were done properly, some pretty good jokes, some pretty good wisecracks, and Corey Cruz is fantastic as the Postal Dude. Rick Hunter is good. I will never say that Rick Hunter is not good. John St. John is good, but Corey Cruz, he is also his own league, and he is worthy as a Postal Dude, very, very much, and it is good to see him coming back as the much more, Okay, so Rick Hunter has a bit more of a sarcastic Postal Dude, like a very biting social dude. Dear God, I'm talking very fast here, I'm very tired. But Corey Cruz has this very calm Postal Dude. And that, especially in such a Rampage-esque game as this, like very heavy on just rampaging through and killing everything in sight, it really lends it very well to this gameplay. So yeah, I believe I have said everything I need to say about Postal Brain Damaged. Thank you for listening. I didn't really want to do just a generic Let's Play on this. I wanted to genuinely share my thoughts when I can collect them better, just rewatching the footage, because when I'm playing, I'm not thinking too much. I'm barely conscious when I make videos. when I make Let's Plays, specifically. So yeah, thank you for listening. I also am going to have my footage, the raw footage I captured on my channel. You can use that if you want for something, if you desire. And, hey, yeah, that's everything. I got nothing else to cover, so thank you for listening, thank you for watching. If you liked the video, give it a like. If you really liked the video, give the channel a subscribe. And if you really, really liked it, share it with your friends. I will see you next time at Forest Boy Productions.